Okay, your girl is here and very, very tired. But we're gonna do this video. And we're gonna try to not make it so long. How about that? Okay, so y'all see the title. And we're going to fill in the blank. Okay? Because this is really, really serious. Like I said in the TikTok commercial 12, if you did not see that, you have to go see that. Because I really don't want to repeat it and then have the video going on more longer than it should. Okay, so when the narc don't care about this. Now, I'm going to cover it in different ways. And, some parts of it is extreme and some parts of it is not that extreme. Excuse me, but it matters. Because when they get to this point, it really matters, and it's very, very, very serious. So if you go back and watch the TikTok commercial trail, you'll see how serious it can get. All right, so when a narc doesn't care about this, and it can be something as simple as cheating and they're married. And I'm going to use married because boyfriend and girlfriend, that's just always, in my brain, always been a temporary thing. Like, I never always wanted to be called somebody's girlfriend, and I never wanted to call somebody my boyfriend because that was always a temporary thing. Now, fiance or wife or husband, that's a different thing. I know that you have to get to the boyfriend-girlfriend stage before it gets to that. But how about no title? Because at that point, when you call yourself boyfriend, girlfriend, you're just dating. Okay? So that's just what it is. So we're going to go into cheating. Especially if it's a marriage or whatever. Narcs, when they don't care about this thing, and this thing is called consequences. When they don't care about the consequences, and you don't go to jail or whatever for cheating. No, that's not a criminal offense. Well, it is, in the sights of God. But they don't care about the consequences, because if they cared about the consequences, then they wouldn't do it. And the consequences can go as far as being found out, embarrassing the family, hurting their wife, hurting their kids, and also bringing in another child in a situation, especially if it's the woman. Now, if it's the man, 9 times out of 10, they just go away and kind of sidebar, raise the other kids that's with the wife, but they just go away. And now the other kids have to, either accept or don't accept their half brother or sister. Okay? But they knew that when they was cheating, especially when they were doing it without protection, they knew that it could be a consequence. But when they don't care, that's when it becomes dangerous. When they don't care, that's when it becomes dangerous and hurtful. And narcs don't care about a lot of damn things. They don't care about a lot of damn things. But when they don't care about the consequence, that is so dangerous. Hold on to your hats, because that is so dangerous, because you don't know where it can go. Let's get into lying. Let's say that they're at work and they're lying about something that's so serious. Let's say that they are in charge for locking up the place. Didn't lock up the place. Lied and said they did, but the door was open and some people came in there and robbed them. They wasn't thinking about the consequence that the security cameras would, go show that they did not lock up the place. And that's what happened. So their lying got them fired. That was the consequence. They didn't care about the consequence. They just cared about someone believing their lie or hoping that they can get away with it. But they did not care about the consequence. And what happened? The consequence cost the job or, the business to be robbed and lose money and income because of this one person. The consequences get deep, and one person can cause a consequence that can affect so many people's lives, so many people's jobs, so many people's livelihoods. That's why it becomes so dangerous, because you might not even know the narc, and it can affect you, because they're like roaches. They infect everything that they encounter. And if you get with them, you're going to have to suffer the consequences. Stealing. Let's say that they decide that they wanted to rob a bank. Okay? So they decide they're going to rob a bank. They got this ace boom coon plan that they know they're going to get away with it, especially in this day and time. But narcs think they can get away with anything because that demon inside of them, we're going to always keep talking about that one. It's telling them they can get away with it. Put on a mask saying it's COVID. Put on a hoodie and a hat. Nobody's ever going to know it's you. But technology today, let's see how that works for you. So they know the consequences of robbing a bank can end them up in jail. But they got 99.9% that this is going to work out. But they ain't thinking about that 1%, which is way more than 1%, that they're going to have to suffer the consequences if they get caught, if they get shot, if they get killed, if they harm somebody else. They're not thinking about the consequences, and that is when it gets dangerous. When the narc is not thinking about this. Not thinking about this, because that demon that's inside of them is all in their ear. But you always have a soul. You do have a choice. Either you're going to go with that influence, or you're going to come to your right damn mind and be like, nah, this not going to work. Because I don't want this. Or I don't want to deal with that. Or I don't want that to happen. Just like in the video, when she said, I don't want to go to jail. She didn't care about anything else except for that. But that demon knew when it was persuading her, and she decided to follow that demon, that is what was going to happen. And it can even be worse, because I don't know what state she lives in, but a life for a life in some states. When they don't think about the consequences, they think about the plan. She had that plan in her mind a long time. And that demon gave her balls enough to film it, thinking that this was going to give her validation. This is what's going to save her, but this is what took her down. And other people might get taken down, but like I said, I'm not covering that topic. A lot of you guys did, and y'all did a damn good job, so I don't have anything to say. But this is based on that. Not paying their bills, not paying their rent. Narcs will go spend their money tricking off on other supply, gambling, buying expensive things, trying to impress everybody, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to look good and have everybody think they got it like that. Till the lights are cut off. But they ain't gonna let you know that. They can be waking up every day with no lights. May pay the rent, but didn't pay the lights. So they ain't paying no lights. Ain't paying no rent. Driving around in a nice car, but that's actually their house on wheels. And guess what? Y'all ain't gonna believe this one. Because I almost said they'll at least pay this one bill. I almost said they will at least pay this one bill. Till I thought about a knock. They never paid this bill. Until they got with the other narc being the side supply. They would not even pay their cell phone bill. Because of all this free Wi-Fi out there, or going to a family or a friend or a neighbor asking for the Wi-Fi code, they may not even pay their cell phone bill. They don't give a damn if they can't make calls, because guess what they're going to do? They're going to log their broke ass, no cell phone paying ass into Facebook, so they can always call you through Facebook. Y'all got to be aware of those people that's always calling you or video chatting you through Facebook. That's because they ain't pay their damn cell phone bill. They will actually go stand outside of a Starbucks that's closed. That is damn closed, just to get the Wi-Fi. Just to get the Wi-Fi. I remember a narc pissed me off bad with that one. We traveling. It was a side supply at the time. We traveling and everything. and didn't pay the cell phone bill, so it was all about Wi-Fi. But it was still the narc trying to do the silent treatment because they was feuding with the narc as the side supply and decided to ghost everybody and act like it was everybody else's fault. But I didn't give a damn. Never paid a bill. It was always on Wi-Fi. Every time communication, it was always through Facebook. Yep, I thought it. I know y'all thought it too. That they would pay their cell phone bill. Hell no. Let's get into the next one. Not taking care of problems. Not taking care of their health. It's always a consequence with that one. And they be thinking they so damn smart. And they got so much damn pride. You could be telling, the narc could be sleeping, snoring like a damn freight train. And to the point you just like, I'm going to go sleep on the couch. I can sleep with you. But you're noticing that they got sleep apnea. So they're snore and stop breathing. And you'll be like, I woke up to your snoring, but a couple of minutes went by and you wasn't even breathing. Because they want to be right all the time. Oh, no, you don't even know what you're talking about. I'm okay. Knowing they need a damn CPAP. Knowing they need an asthma pump. Knowing they need a bronchitis pump. Knowing they need an oxygen pump. Tank. Whatever. But because you told them they want to spite you and be like, ain't nothing wrong with me. Alright, fine. Take your ass to sleep and see if you wake up dead. How about that? How about you wake up dead because you want to prove me wrong when I told you your dumb ass was not breathing? And that was their consequence. That was their consequence. Because they don't ever think about the consequence because they think they're smarter than the consequence. When a narc don't care about a damn consequence, it's dangerous. It can be dangerous to you. And it can be dangerous to them. Because they're always trying to be right. They're always trying to prove a point. They always try to make like you don't know. Or you're not that smart. Because they're smarter. But, okay, be smarter than me, dead. How about that? How about that? I remember telling a fat ass narc, you need a CPAP. That narc almost died before when he had whatever, some type of germ or whatever. It ended up in the hospital for a very, very long time because it did not want to listen to anybody. Because it was listening to that demon like, I'm your... I'm sorry. When that demon told that narc, I'm your CPAP. I'm your asthma pump. I'm your breath. And then that demon tricked that narc and thinking like, oh, you good. Narc woke up with that demon in death. Because they don't want you to be right when they know you right. I wouldn't even give a damn. I wouldn't even give a damn. Especially if I knew if it was a narc. Face that consequence. The consequence that they have to face is when they have to face Satan. When they unbreathing, they have to go face Satan. How that's gonna work for you, narc? Let's see if all your excuses work then. Let's keep it going. The Karens. The Karens. When they get out there Karening and everybody whip out their phone. Phones right now is like a gun. Can I say gun? I don't know. But they whip it out like that. Because a gun is a protection and cell phone is too. So when you got a Karen acting a whole fool, you being racist, doing whatever, and the people get it on film and whatever, and some of these Karen lose their job or they're embarrassed and they can't ever live it down because everybody gonna know. Because your ass is on social media. Just like the one I said, you want to film you murdering somebody on live, you're never going to live that down. And your kids also have to suffer the consequences because they got to live with that for the rest of their lives. And everybody can be like, y'all mama was the crazy. Y'all, some things that narcs do You actually have to pay for it, even though you didn't do it. Your mama was the crazy one that killed your daddy, or your family was the Addams family, or your family was the monsters, or your family. Yep. Your family was the one the police always came to. Yep. They don't think about the consequences, and what they do. They don't even give a damn that they have to suffer the consequences. But people that had nothing to do with it all have to suffer it as well. Those kids ain't gonna have no mother, and they damn sure don't have a father, and they have to live with the consequences that narcs don't care about. When a narc gets to the point they don't care about the consequences, like I said, that is dangerous. Let's keep it moving. When they attack someone, when they're physically trying to fight and beat up someone, calling people ends and all this stuff, they don't think about the consequences. Especially these narcs that abuse their spouse. One day that spouse is going to snap and take out that narc because they ain't thinking about the consequences, nor did the narc before they got taken out. Or somebody that loves them take out the narc. I think I saw a video 2 days ago where the boyfriend beat up the girl, and she got away, and she told her father about it, and he had the balls enough to come over her house to try to beat her up some more, but her dad was there. Pop, 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 bang. He had to suffer the consequences, and now he's no longer here because he thought he was stronger, bigger, and better, and allowed that demon to persuade him. I'm keep talking about these demons. They need an exorcism. And in the video that I watched the other day where demons was taking over children, and I'm gonna do a video about that one, because that first video where that child said something so disgusting, that's how I know that it was a demon. Then it chuckled, went back to a child. Then it did this and said that. Only a child shouldn't even know those words. Let's keep it going. Food. Let's say these gluttons, these pulled out ass narcs, eat up all the food knowing that they don't have no money or no job, or do have a job and have to wait a couple of days or a couple of weeks to get their paycheck if they're bi-weekly. But now there's no more food, but they ate it all when they knew they had to budget it. They have to pay the consequences that they either got to beg for food or not eat and go hungry for a while because they wasn't thinking about the consequences of eating all the food. Okay? When they get to that point, or they'll eat all the food from the family, so they good until they paycheck, but the family is starving and having to go to churches and food pantries or whatever and asking for food because the narc didn't care about the consequences for somebody else. That we own it, consequences. Things they say. Things they say and things they do. That would be the last straw for you, where you just like, I can't do this, I'm out. You said too much, I'm out. They'll say the worst thing to you and think that it's okay and you're still gonna be there. Call you all type of names, disrespectful. I'm talking about say anything. Where you gonna go? You can't go nowhere. You're mine. Blah, 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 blah. Until you made up your mind. And then they had to deal with the consequences because you're gone. You don't have to tell them nothing. You didn't have to tell them nothing. You did what was best for you, and they had to deal with the consequences. Just like when you get out there and you're narc aware and you have been awoken and you're going through your awakening stage and you decide to share your testimony, that's their consequences. Because maybe you might have been the only one that decided to share your testimony because you're stronger than the other people they've been with. But the monkeys, the family, and everybody heard the same damn story. But you was brave enough to get out there and they had to suffer the consequences about somebody being stronger than them, putting it out there about them. Now, you're not out there giving social security numbers, addresses, and license plate numbers. But they know who you are. The narc know who you are. And if nobody else know who you are, they know who you are. And some people that know the narc know that you're talking about the damn narc. They heard it before. They heard it before. And when the monkeys turned on the narc, that was their consequences as well. So the monkeys get tired of them as well. And the monkeys know they talk about them. If anybody ever come to you talking about somebody, know that they're talking about your ass too. That's the consequences. Being a damn monkey, that's the damn consequences. All right. And pedophiles. It doesn't matter if it's children or not. Pedophiles. They know the consequences of what they're doing. And they know this can land them in jail. They know it can land them on earth. Because mess with the wrong person or the wrong child, somebody gonna come for you. They coming for you. Narcs. Okay? Like I said, it can be a loved one. Like you didn't touch the wrong one. You didn't put your hands on the wrong one. Somebody gonna come for you. That's why they always paranoid. That's why they always paranoid. And these pedophiles, and then you a pedophile whether they overage or underage or not. You still a pedophile, and you paying for sex workers. You still a damn pedophile. And what the consequences is, the law come in and get your ass. They don't be thinking about the consequences. Then when that happens, everybody know about you. Now your ass is outed and embarrassed because you allowed that demon to embarrass your ass. And now you have to deal with the consequences. The consequences. So when they don't care about the damn consequences, like I said, watch out. Watch out. They know that every damn thing that they do, it has a consequence. But in their psychotic mind, with that demon controlling them, the puppet master is the demon. And they're just the puppet. They know that once that demon cut them strings, they have to deal with a damn consequence. The demon gonna be like, I don't know you. The devil gonna be like, I can't do nothing for you. Run away, and they'll be praying and praying and praying and praying. And God just be like, how dare you pray to me? How dare you pray to me? And so all that, you thought they had shame? Oh, that shame right there is the most. So they have no other options. Just like Epstein, what was his option? That is going to be their option. Because they don't want to live with that. So they rather just end it all and go live in their eternity in hell with Satan and all those demons. And pay that consequence. They'll pay a consequence. They'll pay that one when they just done. They'll pay that. They'll give up everything for that when they're just done. I think I covered it all. Yeah, I think I did. But narcs, y'all think going to sleep is their nightmare? You think the reason why they don't sleep because the demons don't let them sleep and they're dreaming and scared and paranoid about everything they did and everything they did in life, and every day they wake up they're doing something? You think that don't make them sleep? Their nightmares begin when they wake up. I said it. Their nightmares begin when they wake up, because now they're woke. And then they have to see and feel all the shame and know and think about everything that they did, plot and plan everything that they're doing, and then try to go to sleep on that. How you go to sleep on that? Wake up the next day looking over their shoulders and they're like they smoked a pound of damn herbs. I almost said the word. And paranoid as hell. Paranoid as hell, like, cause they already know, excuse me. They already know that they did so much damage to someone. And it could be 7 years, like how they Hoover, 7 years later. It could be somebody that they haven't dealt with 7 years and they thought that person was gone. And that person's life never got back on track, and they remember what got them there. And come back. See that narc one day, and that narc have to pay the consequences. They always have to pay their consequences. and you don't know what that may be. So hopefully you're not with the narc at the time, because if you're with the narc at the time where their time is up and they have to pay that consequence, you might have to pay it with them. Now, with that being said, God bless. I really hope this resonated. I really hope this resonated with someone, because I just had the topic for me today was consequence. So I really hope this resonated with someone. And your girl gonna see y'all on the next one. On the next one, which is Thursday. I'm gonna see you on the next one. And hopefully I got another hitter for you. Have a blessed night. See y'all on the next one.